Sadie Sink has made headlines these days, but there's more to find out about her. It's hard to imagine Stranger Things without her perfect delivery of Max's personality. But we all want to find out more about the actress. Keep watching till the end of this video to see 10 things you didn't know about Sadie Sink. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Number 10. How did she start her career? You might know Sadie Sink as the red-headed tomboy Max Mayfield from Stranger Things. But what else do you know about the rising star? The 20-year-old actress is from Brenham, Texas. Her family moved to New Jersey later on so that Sadie could further pursue her acting career. She started acting when she was 7, and by that time, she was obsessed with recreating Disney's High School Musical with her brother. So her mom decided to send her to acting classes in a community theater. In 2012, at the age of 11, she had a role on Broadway's Annie. She prepared herself for the role by taking dance lessons and doing vocal training. She was initially the standby for all the orphans. When the original lead left, she began alternating the title role for a few months. At the end of her participation in Annie, she played the role of Duffy and was the understudy to Annie. While still starring in the play, she appeared in the Emmy-winning TV series The Americans. In 2015, she co-starred with Helen Mirren in The Audience on Broadway as young Queen Elizabeth II. She also had a small role in Chuck. While filming the drama movie The Glass Castle, she became very close with Woody Harrelson, and particularly with his daughter, Makani. She was already a vegetarian, but Harrelson and his family inspired her to go vegan. And in 2017, as we all know, she got her big breakthrough, and she began playing Max Mayfield in the Netflix original Stranger Things. Number 9. She had to beg to play Max Mayfield. Did you know that the producers of the Netflix series weren't initially keen on casting her in the show? And it was all for a specific reason. They thought that she was too old even though she was only 14. I just begged and pleaded with them to give me more material so I could show them something fresh, she said. Her efforts paid off as she was cast in Stranger Things Season 2 quickly after a chemistry read with Gaetan Matarazzo and Caleb McLaughlin. The experience has made the actress a household name of sorts, in addition to turning Max Mayfield into a fan-favorite character for the show. It's such a weird and specific situation that the Stranger Things cast and I are all in because the world knows who our characters are, but we're still trying to figure out who we are as people. I think being in the industry accelerates you and you mature faster. But for the most part, it's just so fun because the cast is all going through it together, she explained. Number 8. Imposter syndrome. During an interview, she got real about what it is like to work in the film industry at such a young age. Growing up in this industry, you always kind of compare yourself to others. That's when you start doubting your abilities, and those were my biggest insecurities, particularly in terms of coming into my own as an actor, Sadie says. Years of practice have helped her cope with self-criticism and societal pressures. As you get more experience, it becomes less about the competition and thinking, oh my god, am I good enough? And more about finding yourself and drowning out the noise that comes with being in this industry. I don't have the Instagram app or any social media apps on my phone. I'll download it sometimes to check in, but I don't really like to associate with any of the negative things on social media, she says. It took me a while to realize that social media probably isn't the best place for me, but now I really don't indulge in it much, she adds. Number 7. What does Taylor Swift think of her? Sadie Sink still can't believe that she got to co-star with Dylan O'Brien in the 15-minute Taylor Swift-directed short film for All Too Well. She always wanted to work with Swift, but never thought that their paths would cross in any way. She's such an incredible human being and so smart, so grounded. Just everything you'd want her to be, and just as a friend, as a director, as a mentor, it's really incredible to have her. That experience was really, really special, and yeah, it was kind of a cool opportunity to step out of being a kid on screen, Sink said. Even when Taylor Swift was asked about her, her response was just as wholesome and endearing as one would expect from the artist. She was asked about the casting and what led her to choose the two actors. I don't know if it was a decision. It was what my heart wanted. It was a very instinctual decision based on having watched their performances. If I had to assign analytical thought to it, I would say I had never seen either one of them play roles like this before. And I've seen them just ace anything that was put in front of them. And I just thought, I wonder if Sadie wants to play a romantic lead. I was writing it for Sadie, and if she would have said no, I just don't know if I would have made the film, Swift said. Number 6. Vegan life. When it comes to being a vegan, Sadie was inspired by someone. She had starred with Woody Harrelson in The Glass Castle, and even though she had already been vegetarian for a year when they started shooting, after spending time with vegan Harrelson, she was convinced to take her passion for animal rights a step further. I realized what goes on in the egg industry and the dairy industry, so then I was like, that's it, going vegan. And I just kind of went cold turkey, basically, Sadie said. And 2 years later, she is more committed than ever, especially after finding a cafe in Atlanta where Stranger Things is filmed that serves vegan chicken and waffles. Number 5. Does she have an agent? Did you know that Sadie is signed with WME for representation? Actually, WME is the longest-running talent agency, which became one of the leading entertainment and media companies with an unparalleled list of artists and content creators. The same agency represents Ben Affleck, Jessica Alba, Christian Bale, Kate Hudson, Hugh Jackman, Jude Law, Conan O'Brien, and many more celebrities. And that only gives us proof that we're going to see Sadie as often as possible. Number 4. Favorite song. Sadie's music taste is quite different from her characters. Speaking of her favorite tracks, she said that she has a playlist with all her favorite songs on it. Sadie's playlist is the soundtrack of my life, she said. The playlist is filled with 90s Britpop hits like Wonderwall by Oasis, California rock such as Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the quintessential 90s R&B anthem TLC's classic Waterfalls. As she quite simply put it, I love the 90s. However, her favorite song comes from 2006. This one, maybe not everyone would know, but I love this song. I used to listen to it when I was little, but it's the Jack Johnson song called Upside Down. It's from Curious George or something like that, but I love that song, she said. Number 3. Stranger Things earnings. As it's reported, Sadie was paid $150,000 per Stranger Things episode. There were 10 episodes in Season 2 and 8 episodes in Season 3. So that comes out to $2.7 million, giving the actress a net worth of almost $3 million. Number 2. Is she a model? Sadie took to the catwalk for the first time in 2018 at Paris Fashion Week, when she walked in the Undercover Fall 2018 show. Despite the regulated modeling age being 16, Sadie was only 15 years old when she took part in the show. Sadie is also modeled for Miu Miu. She was then featured in Kate Spade's Spring 2019 campaign, and just last year, the actress starred in a Givenchy campaign for their best-selling lipstick Le Rouge Deep Velvet. Number 1. Dating rumors. While the famous redhead is famously tight-lipped about who she's romancing, she has been linked to a familiar face in the past. Back in 2021, she made headlines when she was spotted with Patrick Alwyn, Joe Alwyn's younger brother in New York. Even though little else was heard about the rumored romance after the sighting, everyone was convinced that Taylor Swift played the matchmaker. Do you agree with that theory? What do you think about Sadie Sink? Do you think she'll be killed off in the final season of Stranger Things? Or could she turn out to be one of the heroes? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.